Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back with another fragrance video for you. So I had somebody ask me to share my celebrity fragrance collection, which I don't have a huge celebrity fragrance collection, but I do have definitely quite a few. I did just really begin to start collecting celebrity fragrances. There are definitely there's one here that I have been using for a couple of years now. I'm definitely on my second bottle of it. Other than that, the rest of them are new to my collection because since I've been watching other fragrance YouTubers and seeing their kind of recommendations for fragrances, I have definitely jumped in headfirst to the celebrity fragrance kind of market, I should say. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump right in here. The first one I'm going to talk about is going to be Sofia Vergara Love. So this is a huge bottle. This is a, let's see, oh, the bottle's so dark it's hard to see. Oh my goodness, or I'm just old. This is a 3.4 ounces or 100 ml bottle. Really pretty bottle. It's nice heavy glass. The only thing that feels a little bit cheap about the bottle is the lid, but I don't even care because it's so beautiful. And this fragrance is gorgeous. So this is just really, really sweet. Very sweet. It's got a lot of notes in it, and I can't really pick anything out except for maybe vanilla and like a praline note or something. It's very, very sweet. So I'm going to go ahead and read you the notes because I'm really horrible at knowing notes just right off the top of my head. So this is considered an oriental warm and fruity fragrance, which I would definitely agree with. I don't know if I would say it's like oriental per se. It's definitely more of like a sweet gourmand, I would say, to me. It says it starts with a combination of mandarin passion fruit, green apple, and orange blossom. The heart includes Colombian coffee blossom. It definitely doesn't have like a coffee note to it or anything. It does say coffee blossom, so I imagine that would be like a coffee flower, if there is such a thing. And purple orchid, orris root, and magnolia, laid on the base of ambrette seed, amberwood, praline, and vanilla. So I was definitely right about the praline and vanilla. But yeah, this is just a very beautiful, sweet fragrance. And for being a celebrity fragrance, and I am not a fragrance snob by any means. If it smells good, I will wear it. Usually the only reason I have in the past steered clear of celebrity fragrances is because I like really strong, long-lasting fragrances. I really like my fragrances to last a good 8 to 10 hours on me. So a lot of the time with celebrity fragrances, you just don't get that kind of longevity. But with this one, I wouldn't say you get like 10 hours, but I would say I could definitely get a good 8 hours of this fragrance. So, or out of this fragrance, I should say. But yeah, really, really beautiful, sweet gourmand. If you like those types of fragrances, I think this would be right up your alley. So in the same kind of vein, my next one here is a Britney Spears perfume, and this is Britney Spears Intimate Edition. So I just happened to be browsing Walmart's website, and I was in the kind of beauty section. I'm sorry, there is a fly flying around me. I was in the beauty section, and this popped up. So I read the notes on it, and I have had the Britney Spears Fantasy, just the original one, like many, many years ago, maybe when it first came out. I think I bought some sort of a small travel size of it, and it was okay. I mean, I think that was about the time that I decided that I wasn't a huge fan of celebrity fragrances. To me, the original one smelled quite cheap, but this one definitely has the same kind of DNA as the original one, but there's something very soft about this. This has a really beautiful, kind of soft, it almost seems like a musky base to me, but again, let me go ahead and look up the notes for you since I am really bad at picking out any kinds of notes, but that definitely has a really beautiful softness to it. Okay, so the notes on the Britney Spears Intimate are, it says it opens with fruity zest of lychee combined with the elegant scent of violet leaf and sunny lemon. airiness originates from ozone notes, which cool down and refresh the floral heart encompassing lily of the valley and elegant jasmine, with a hint of gourmand accords of brown sugar and animal chords of Genet. Genet. I'm not totally sure what that is. The base is warm, comfortable, and creamy, decorated with a blend of oh, you scare me, baby. Vanilla, heliotrope, louse benzoin, and sensual white musk. So I definitely know I smelled the musk in there. Yeah, and it definitely has some vanilla in there. It's just really nice. It's a very well blended perfume for what it is. And it just has a really beautiful, soft, just a really nice softness to it. And it is a little bit sweet, but you definitely still get the florals in there. I can't pick out any one floral. Like, I wouldn't say that I smell jasmine, or I don't smell heliotrope particularly, or anything like that. It's just a nice, soft, sweet floral. So if you're into those types of fragrances, I think you would like it. The longevity on this is pretty darn good. I have worn this to work, and I have gotten, 6 to 7 hours out of it, definitely. By the end of the day, it's a skin scent at that point. But yeah, this has got great longevity for being a celebrity fragrance. So I really love this one. Okay, so I'm gonna save my favorites for the last. So let's move on to, let's go into this other Britney Spears one. So I will tell you, I recently purchased a bundle of fragrances off of Mercari. They have all been used. They're all partial bottles. I bought the entire bundle for one fragrance, which was the Madonna Truth or Dare fragrance, because I've heard so many other fragrance junkies like myself talking about that fragrance, saying how good it is, and it has been discontinued. So I've been searching high and low for a bottle of it, and I found a bundle on Mercari, the entire bundle, which I think was like 6 or 7 perfumes, including the Madonna Truth or Dare perfume, for $24. Now, mind you, a couple of them were like knockoffs of really inexpensive perfumes to begin with. I definitely did get this next one. This is a Britney Spears fragrance, as well as the Madonna one, and then I'm trying to think of what else I got in that. Oh, in the other celebrity fragrance in this, that I will be showing you soon too. But anyways, so these are not fragrances that I would have gone out of my way to purchase. I did just get them in this bundle so that I could get the Madonna fragrance. I will tell you, however, that the Madonna fragrance did not work for me, so I have already resold that fragrance. I didn't want to let it sit in my collection because it has been discontinued. I wanted to make sure that somebody that actually really loves that fragrance was able to either get their hands on it or get a backup of it or something, because I didn't feel good about just having it sit on my shelf just to say that I had it when it just didn't work with my chemistry. But anyways, so I did have that one. I did go ahead and resell that one already. This is the Britney Spears Curious perfume that came in that bundle. And this, this smells like nothing to me. I don't smell anything in this bottle. It just smells maybe a touch powdery, maybe a little bit sweet. I have sprayed it on my skin before. This is not a fragrance that I would wear. To me, this is a very juvenile fragrance and just not age appropriate for myself. So yeah, I will probably pass this one on to my daughter. Yeah, this is just not something that I would recommend or that I would personally even wear myself. Okay, speaking of fragrances from that bundle, this is the next one that I received in that bundle, which was this is the Mariah Carey Luscious Pink perfume. And this is really nice, actually. This has a deep muskiness to it, to my nose. I will, of course, look up the notes and tell you what they actually are, but yeah, this definitely has a deep muskiness to it, and I love this iridescent bottle. Is so, so pretty. And then the butterflies on top of her bottles are always beautiful. So I've heard really good things about Mariah Carey M, which is the one that I really want to get my hands on, and I will be purchasing at some point. But this one, like I said, it just came in the bundle, so I do have it. Okay, so Mariah Carey Luscious Pink contains notes of Sicilian bergamot, accords of ocean breeze, and Italian sparkling cocktail Bellini. The heart is tiara. I think that they mean tiare. I am reading off of fragrantica.com, just so you know. Tiare flowers from Tahiti, lily of the valley, and pink peony, while the base notes include accords of bright blonde wood, sandalwood, white musk, and white musk. So I definitely knew I smelled the muskiness in there. I do not smell tiare flower in this at all. What I do smell is a very deep muskiness. I don't really smell any flowers at all. I really just get the deep muskiness out of this one. It is quite a one-note perfume. The longevity on this is very poor. I have tried this on my skin and it lasts maybe an hour or two. So yeah, this one is, I will definitely use it because it's a nice fragrance. Yeah, and I think this would be a great one for spraying on when you get out of the shower. So, because just to, you know, if you're going to take a shower before you go to bed, you can spray it on then. Or, yeah, just this would be a great out of the shower fragrance. So, there's that. Okay, the next one that I picked up is this little baby one from Rihanna. So, this is Rihanna Rebel Fleur, and this is just a baby one. I did pick this up just to kind of test it out. This one smells so good, and this has gotten so many people have said so many good things about this fragrance. I will say though that though I love this and it does smell very good on, and the longevity on this is pretty darn good for being, you know, a more inexpensive fragrance. There's something about this that it has a somewhat of a cheap fragrance to me in it. It smells so good, but there's something in it that just smells cheap. So I do like this. I don't think that I will be purchasing a full bottle of this when this one is out, but it is it's a deep fragrance. It's a very sweet fragrance, and yeah, it doesn't get cloying sweet or anything like that. So this fragrance is described as an intense and daring fruity chypre, composed of sophisticated white florals, tuberose, violet, and hibiscus, with a splash of coconut water over the light and smooth base, which is supposed to be a combination. Oh, I'm sorry. It just says over a light base. It does not give what the base notes are. So just over the light and smooth base. And it's supposed to evoke the impression of warm skin. So yeah, I don't know. I don't smell tuberose. I really don't smell any. Now it does smell like a chypre perfume. For sure. It definitely has that kind of older, vintage, kind of 80s chypre vibe to it, for sure. Which is probably what I love about it. However, it's just, there's something in it that just smells a little bit on the cheap side. I do love this perfume though. I mean, it smells really, really good, and I just wish that whatever it is that is in there that is making it smell like that it weren't in there. But yeah, so really nice. And I don't know that everybody smells that kind of cheap aspect to it. I've never heard anybody else say that but me, so it could just be my nose. But yeah, so that's Rihanna's Rebel Fleur. Okay, so the next one that I have to share with you. So this is actually a men's cologne, and this is a cologne that I saw Amy Loves Perfume speak about in one of her videos, and I think it was a video that she did about men's colognes that she likes to wear. And this is a men's cologne. This is Michael Jordan, and this is called Legend by Michael Jordan. Oh my gosh, and this smells so good. This definitely smells like a man's cologne, so, oh, but it's so good. There is, it's not overly sweet. It's a little bit spicy. Oh, it's just really nice. This is one that I think in the winter time, in the fall and winter, I'm definitely going to layer with some of my sweeter fragrances, and I think that it will just be divine layered. So yeah, let me go ahead and tell you what the notes are. I'm sorry, I keep making my dogs bark because every time I set a bottle of perfume down on the little table in front of me, it sounds like like somebody's knocking on the door, and so they, of course, are gonna go crazy. So, okay, so Legend was launched in 1997, and it's described as being a refreshing and gourmand masculine fragrance, which I would say that it's unisex. It's definitely not overly masculine, with notes of bergamot, lavender, anise, green tea, old leather, white patchouli, green moss, cedar, black coffee chords, warm amber, and sensual musk. And I definitely smell the amber. I get a tiny bit of leather. You definitely get the musk, and you definitely, it's semi-sweet. This is not overly sweet by any means. It's definitely like mildly sweet. It's just beautiful, and this was so inexpensive. I think I found this bottle on Mercari. I think somebody was selling it, but I want to say I paid less than $10 for it, and that was with shipping and everything. So yeah, if you ever come across this, definitely snap this up because it's beautiful. And yeah. My next perfume is also another one that Amy Loves Perfume had recommended. She had done a video that was about her favorite summer fragrances, or fragrances for warm weather. And this was a fragrance I had never heard of and I had never come across, and is definitely one of my favorites in my collection now, especially in the heat, like what we're experiencing right now, like 90-degree weather. So this is the Sarah Jessica Parker NYC, and this is the Crush. So there's a regular NYC, which if any of you have that or have used it, please let me know in the comments below if you like it or not, because since I love this one so much, I'm so tempted to get the regular NYC fragrance, but I don't know anything about it and I've never heard anybody talk about it before, so I will probably blind buy it either way. But anyways, so she described it as a very watery coconut fragrance, and that's exactly what it is. This smells like what coconut flesh would smell like, what you imagine if you split open a fresh coconut, what you imagine that fresh flesh and coconut water would smell like. It's got a hint of creaminess to it. It's got a little tiny, maybe like the smallest, tiniest tinge of like maybe a peppery note or something. But it's mostly just absolutely watery, beautiful coconut. Nothing about this smells inexpensive or cheap. This is gorgeous. This is one of my favorite fragrances, and I was just telling my mom, I have used it a ton already, and thankfully I haven't used a ton of it. And thankfully, I think this is a 3.4 ounce bottle. No, I'm sorry, this is only 60 mils, so this is 2 ounces, and I'm so scared to use this up because this has been discontinued, and I do not want to run out of this because it's so good. So let me tell you what the notes on this one are. Okay, so, and I'm sorry, it's called Pure Crush. It's called SJP, or Sarah Jessica Parker NYC Pure Crush, not just Crush. And this, all it says about this is that it is a clean and airy scent of coconut, which is, I would totally agree with. And it looks like they've got a picture of coconut, vanilla pod, and some kind of flower. Doesn't look like a jasmine, but some sort of a white flower. But really all you can smell in that is just a very beautiful watery coconut. It's just gorgeous. So highly recommend that one. Okay, next we are getting into my favorites here. So this is the one that I'm on my second bottle of this. I also have a little travel sprayer of this, which is funny because this is Jessica Simpson's Fancy, before I forget to tell you what this is. And it's funny because this is a much darker liquid than the one in the spray. The one in the spray is a little bit newer though, and I know that fragrances that have vanilla in them tend to darken up like this. So this I did buy off of fragrancenet.com, and I believe I purchased it as a tester. And so yeah, it might be a little bit older stock, and this one might be a little bit newer. I'm not sure, but oh, this is beautiful. This is amber. Sweet. It smells, I smell brown sugar in it. I don't know if there is brown sugar in it, but it smells like brown sugar. Oh, it's beautiful. It's ambery. It's sweet. It's vanilla. It smells like brown sugar. It's so good. Again, that is my second bottle of that. Okay, so Fancy is described as an oriental vanilla fragrance. It was launched in 2008. The top notes are pear, apricot, and red berries. I don't know that I smell, let me see. Definitely some berries. I get some berries. I don't get pear or apricot. Middle notes are gardenia, jasmine, almond, and caramel. You definitely get the almond, and the caramel is so beautiful. Base notes are sandalwood, vanilla, and amber. So definitely the vanilla and the amber. I don't smell a lot of sandalwood. This is a gorgeous fragrance. This was definitely my first love when it comes to celebrity fragrances, and I cannot imagine being without a bottle of this. I absolutely love it. I like to wear it more in the fall than I do any other time of year, like fall, winter, and the colder weather, but this is just beautiful. I absolutely love this fragrance. If you have not tried this, you definitely need to. Okay, keeping with the Jessica Simpson line, I also own Fancy Nights. This is patchouli. So this is not a safe blind buy by any means. If you like patchouli, I would say maybe, because this is definitely more of a darker, spicier patchouli fragrance. I love it, but I could see people not liking it because it is quite dark. Let me tell you what the notes are in this. This is described as being a deeper, more provocative and opulent perfume to the regular Fancy. This is bergamot, Egyptian papyrus, Indonesian patchouli, Bulgarian red rose, and night blossoming jasmine. So yeah, this is definitely a much deeper, darker fragrance. Definitely get the patchouli. I don't get a lot of flowers in this. That papyrus note in this is very, very distinct. It is also very, that's the note in this fragrance that's either going to put you off or that you're gonna love. And I love it. It smells so good. So definitely not a safe blind buy, but yeah, if you ever get a chance to smell this, you should definitely check it out. It's really good. Okay, so down to the nitty gritty here. So this one is debatable as to whether you would consider it a celebrity fragrance. I do consider it a celebrity fragrance because even though these two kind of made it up into the higher end fashion world, or kind of more into the high fashion world, they are still celebrities at the heart of it. So this is Elizabeth and James Nirvana Bourbon. So this is, of course, the Olsen twins. They're kind of like high fashion design house called Elizabeth and James. And this is beautiful. This smells like bourbon and vanilla. This has a sharpness to it. So I have a clone perfume to the Guerlain's Spiritus Double Vanille, and this is very, very similar to me, but this is like, this has a sharpness to it that the Spiritus Double Vanille, or the clone perfume that I have of the Spiritus Double Vanille, that is smooth. That is all smooth lines, and this is all elbows, if that's a good way to describe it. So this definitely has a sharpness to it. It is very distinctly bourbon, very distinctly vanilla, it very distinctly woody, and this is a beautiful fragrance. I am almost out of mine. You can see I have just a very, very little bit left. And I don't know that I'm going to buy, I may buy another roller ball of this when I get done, but because I have that clone perfume of the Guerlain, which I prefer to this, I will probably not repurchase this. The next Elizabeth and James fragrance that I want is the rose one. So Okay, so there are only 3 notes listed for this perfume, and it is bourbon, vanilla, tuberose, and oakwood. And like I said, I can smell every single one of those notes in this. This is not the most well-blended perfume in the world, but it is really, really beautiful. It's just really nice, and the vanilla is not an overly sweet vanilla. It's more of like a grown-up vanilla, so yeah, I really enjoyed that one. Okay, down to the final 3. I'm sorry, this video is getting really long. So I just recently purchased a gift set on Ulta of the Ariana Grande perfumes. So I had never had an interest in these perfumes at all until I saw a YouTuber called Casually Fragrance, who I love. I love watching her videos, but she did a comparison between the Ariana Grande Cloud and the Francis Kirk Gian Baccarat Rouge 540. And she said that they were, or she was doing a comparison, kind of asking the question, is it a dupe? And I will tell you that I do have a sample vial of the Baccarat Rouge 540, which I do like, but that perfume can almost, there's something in it to me that can almost be very cloying, and it's very, very sweet. And oh my goodness. Okay, so before I get going on this one, I would definitely say that the Ariana Grande is a very good dupe for it. However, this perfume is not quite as sweet. It smells, I would say that this smells probably 95% similar to the Baccarat Rouge. This is just not quite as sweet. Hey, baby.
Can I have some pasta?
Yes, I will cook for you in just a minute, okay? I'm almost done.
But I want it now.
Okay, I'll be done. I'm gonna cook us some pizzas. How about pizza?
No.
With ranch?
No.
Okay, I'll make you pasta. Okay, so this is just... Okay, so I would definitely say that this is a very good dupe for the Baccarat Rouge 540. This, I want to say I almost like a little bit better. This isn't quite as sweet. It's definitely not cloying. It settles down beautifully on my skin. I just absolutely love this perfume. And I just got this and I'm already that far down because I use it. I love it so much. I'm definitely going to be purchasing a full size of this when I run out. The 60 ml bottle of this is only like 60 bucks. So it's definitely an affordable perfume and I love it so much. Let me go ahead and pull up the notes for you real quick. Okay, so Cloud is described as being a floral, fruity, gourmand fragrance. It was launched just in 2018, so it is brand new. And the top notes are bergamot, pear, and lavender. Middle notes are coconut, whipped cream, praline, and vanilla orchid. And the base notes are woody notes and musk. And you definitely can smell all of those things. You definitely get the whipped cream and the praline. Oh, it's just a beautiful fragrance. I cannot recommend this one enough, especially if you love Baccarat Rouge 540 and cannot afford it like myself. This is an excellent dupe, and this is a little bit more wearable than Baccarat Rouge 540. The next one that came in this little set, and I got all of these roller balls plus 3 different like little packages of these, like they look like sugar cubes, but they're scrubs for in the shower, and they're awesome. And all of it was on sale at Ulta for $30. So I don't know if that sale is still going or if it's still on sale, but yeah, definitely a good deal. I would pay 30 bucks just for the roller balls. Okay, so the next one that was in the little gift pack is Ari by Ariana Grande, and this is gorgeous. I don't know why I have not tried these fragrances earlier. This one's definitely a little bit more on the juvenile side. It's very sweet. It still has a really nice muskiness to it. It's a little bit fruity. Oh, this one is so good. This is another one that I'm going to have a full bottle of when I run out of that. And I anticipate running out of it quite soon because I do love it. Okay. So Ari is described as being luscious, opening with sparkling fruity notes, connected to its ultra feminine floral heart and base of musk, woods, and marshmallow accord. So that's all it says for this one. It doesn't have anything else listed. You definitely get the marshmallow. That's what it is. It's like a fruity marshmallow. Oh, it's just sweet and beautiful. I love it so much. And then the last fragrance that came in that set that I do not like very much is Sweet Like Candy. So this is definitely saccharine sweet. And that's exactly what it smells like. It's just straight candy. I don't mind it. This, again, I feel like is just a little bit too juvenile for my age. This is something that I will probably pass on to my 6-year-old because I think she would love it. And I think that the older she gets, you know, I could picture something like this being maybe her first perfume because it's really nice. But she heard her name, so here she came. Okay, Sweet Like Candy.
Ooh, that's already. I knew that was Ariana Grande perfume.
You did?
Yeah, I knew it.
Okay, so. Sweet Like Candy is described as being the smell of berries, candy, and vanilla, and that's exactly what it smells like. The top notes of sugar-frosted blackberries and fresh Italian bergamot lead to a heart of cassis cream and fluffy marshmallow accord. The gourmand composition ends with vanilla and precious woods. I don't get any precious woods in this at all. This is straight sugar. Yeah, sugared berries, vanilla. It's beautifully sweet, but again, and I will probably wear it, to be completely honest, but I will probably, people will probably be like, what? That might be a little too young for you, but I mean, fragrance is fragrance. We can wear whatever we want, right? But it is beautiful. It's a very beautiful fragrance. So anyways, guys, those are all of the celebrity fragrances that I do own. I'm sorry that this video turned out to be so long. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that it was helpful for you. Please let me know the celebrity fragrances that you love down in the comments below because I am always looking to pick up more celebrity fragrances, especially right now since I'm just kind of starting to get into them. And because they are so affordable, I'm like dying to kind of build up a collection of them. So anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that it was helpful for you. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.